Hi guys, and welcome to Finish It Friday, episode 42. So here's where we left off on Wednesday with our base card, our 4 by 5 and a 4. This is the one layer down, basic white, berry vanilla, or light cardstock. And this is our 3.5 by 4 3/4 DSP. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to take this DSP, and with the 4 3/4 side up here, we're going to go to 1 3/16 or 3 centimeters, whichever way you want to look at it. So here's 1 3/16. We're going to cut once, and we're going to cut again. So here's 1 and, oops, let me get that. And with these, you want to make sure that you're right on that mark. So here's 1 3/16. Again. All right, that's going to leave you with a piece. This is approximately 2.5 by 3.5. All right, it's going to be a little off. It's not going to be exact. All right, so now let's get these two strips we just cut off, get them all lined up, and we're going to cut these down at 1 3/16. So you'll end up with 6 squares that are 1 3/16 by 1 3/16. We cut that right? Yep. That one might be just a little bit off. Let me see. Yeah, that one's just a tiny bit off. Not much. All right. Let's go ahead and get those 6 pieces out here. And what we're going to do is, you have many ways you can do this now. We're going to be layering it on this layer here. So you can start to do it opposites. You can do it here. That's sloppy, I know. And then have your focal image, or where you can stamp down here. You can go ahead and have it split. Sorry, that's quite messy. But you can have your 3 on top, your 3 on the bottom, and your piece in the middle. All right. For me, I am going to just do 3 of these and leave a greeting area down here, because I'm going to stamp on this, and then I'm also going to put a greeting on here. But you have lots of opportunities, and I'll show you on my stamped examples other opportunities. All right, so let me get out my stamp and seal. And on this, of course, you always want to do your 2 edge ones first. And I like having it against dark cardstock so I can kind of see. All right, so now look here. This is going to leave a little bit of a bigger grout in the middle, which I'm fine with. So let's go ahead. And then we'll put this one in the middle. Let me go ahead and kind of line that up and make sure those 2 grout lines are kind of equidistant. Okay, there we are there. So now I'm going to stamp on this piece. And I'm using still layering leaves. Now, I'm going to use these little flowers here. All right, so I'm not going to be using the actual leaves that I used on last Saturday's video. So I'm going to use these little flowers. Let me go ahead, go here. Let me go get my Berry Burst stamp pad. And I think I'm going to stamp it off once, because this is a very vibrant color. So let me go ahead. I'm going to stamp it on the back side just to see how dark. Nope, I think I'm going to actually There we go. And I could have gone all the way up if I wanted to and used up more of that, but I'm going to put some jewels up there. So that's why I left that blank like that. So now let's go ahead, make sure that's dry. Let's put some tape on there. You know what? No, shoot. All right. No, I'll just leave it like that. I thought I could put the little splatter marks on there, but I'm not going to. All right. And then I'm going to use the sending hugs. Go ahead. I probably have to do this diagonal to get it all on there. All right, that looks good. I am just going to leave it like that. Yep, we'll leave it like that. So let's go ahead and tape this down. And let's get out some jewels. I'm still using the Adhesive Wax Sequence Trio, just because I love that. That's going to pick up where this is bringing in the dark parts of the cardstock. This is going to bring out the light. So let's go ahead. I have a little bit of hair on there. You see that? I have a little bit of, there we go. Gotta get that hair out. It's on a little bit of a, there. It actually has, oh my gosh, adhesive on it. There. Oh my, all right, I'm not going to touch it. Apparently there's a piece of adhesive that was stuck on the card. All right, and I really don't like that one there, so I'm going to try to bring it up a little. Now I have adhesive there. I am just mucking this all up, aren't I? And yes, Mom, if you're watching, I said muck it up. All right, let me grab out another one. I'm going to put it way over here. All right. And then if you wanted to, you could put, now these aren't going to show up very good against that background, but you'll know they're there. There you go. All right. So yeah, and you have these three left. If you wanted to, you could put them on the inside of your card as a little focal point, or save them for later. All right. Also, because I had cut some of these apart on Wednesday, for those of you who stuck around at the end, here's this one. And on this one, I think I want to do kind of around the world. Let me see. And that leaves enough room there. All right, so let's go ahead. Let me see what these sides are like. I think they're all pretty dark. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll go around the world here. I can't remember if I did this on one of the cards or not. So let me go ahead. Now here, especially when I go the 4 down this way, you want to make sure that you're putting these down first to make sure that they all fit. I'm going to keep them all the same, I think. If these had been like, and I'll show you the other DSP, but if this has been the one that actually was like the graduated, or yeah, they call it graduating or gradiating, where it's going down, then you could have gone from light to dark. Let's go like that. Go ahead like that. And then let's go ahead, oh, I'm gonna have to change that out. Let's go ahead and grab my 2 punches. All right, let me grab some cardstock from over here. So I'm going to go ahead and do, let me grab out for my 3rd layer down card pile here. I got 2 of them, don't need 2 of them. All right, as I'm using that little rough spot I had from a few videos back, it's getting better, just so you know. Those of you who watch my videos every weekend know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go ahead. Yep, this will fit. And this, I think I'm going to stamp it off once, so it's a little bit lighter. That way it looks more along this tone than that tone. Let's go ahead, pop it up. Yes, I know I could use take your pick tool, get those off. But I end up pushing down the dimensionals more. All right, let's figure out where we want this. Do you want it in the center? I think we want to kind of take some of that busyness off of that corner there. So then if you wanted to come in then still with a couple flowers, there you are. And of course the gems again. I don't know if I used any embellishments on my other one. I am having trouble with these embellishments today. All right. Yes, I don't have one up there, but I like doing, maybe I will put one. I usually like doing odd numbers, but since that's so much empty space, we will go ahead and put one there. All right. Let me get some of this out of the way now. I have a lot to clean up. All right, let's get this out of the way. Close the drawer. So here's the 2 we just did. We still have 3 squares left over. All right, let me show you some of the other ones we did. Let me grab these from my side table here. All right, so here's one. Now, These I did the fold back. So as you can see, I scored it and folded it back and put, this is that 3 3/4, I'm sorry, 3.5 by 4 3/4 piece underneath there. I actually, you can't see because I put it down, but that's the full piece underneath there. So there's that. This one I folded back, and then I took that piece and cut it in parts to make a long and short end, and that's folded back again. And then here's that around the world, but I did it on the bottom. And here's where I have the two on top and bottom, the squares, and then that in the middle. So there's a bunch of different ideas how to use, oh, are they all in there? Let me see. How to use them all and use up that DSP that we all hoard. And you know who it is because I do it too. Oh, and there's one that I didn't, oh yeah, it's right here. I was going to say, this is was my inspiration. It's one I had done about a year and a half ago, I think it was, with that fabulous celebration paper that you could get free. So that was my inspiration. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Have a great Friday and an even better weekend. We'll see you later. Bye.